waiting for this day for a long time. It's opening day in the NBA. Thanks, everyone, for joining us here in the start of a new season. I'm Kevin Harlan along with Tim Legler and Greg Anthony. And our reporter on the sideline tonight, Allie LaForce. And a quick look at how Atlanta's schedule shaping up. On Friday, they'll be matching up with Paolo Banchero and the Orlando Magic. And then on Saturday, they'll take on Shai Gilgeous-Alexander and the Oklahoma City Thunder.
And, you know, nobody loves playing on the road, but it does offer a good chance to see exactly what your team is made of. This team is going to find out a lot about itself over the next stretch of games.
So let's take a look at the Toronto Raptors starting lineup. The post pairing, Barnes playing alongside Pirtle. The guard spots filled by Quickly and Barrett. And it's Ingram in at the small forward position. And for the Hawks, the post pairing, Johnson along with Porzingis. The backcourt guards are Young and Daniels. And it's Alexander Walker in at the 3 slot. And this early in the season, Greg, we still have a lot to learn about these teams.
And they're still learning about themselves, right? The coaches are working on rotations and game plans. The players are trying to establish the chemistry that a winning team needs.
Daniels dishes to Johnson. It's Young on the wing. Stolen by Quickly.
Yeah, he didn't read the defense very well there. He telegraphed that pass.
Barrett finds Ingram. Looking for Quickly. He gets it there. Can't cash in from close range. Johnson, the pass to Daniels. It's Young on the wing. Good for the basket. Starting off 1 for 1 with that shot.
Well, you gotta like how Young stays aggressive at all times, even when he's in the paint dealing with physical defense.
Here's Barrett. Pass to Quickly. And the foul on Dyson Daniels. That is his first foul of the game.
Yeah, quick foul to pick up right away here in the first quarter.
And just over a minute played here in the start of the game. Quickly against Young. Oh, and that one, no question, powered it down.
And credit the screen for giving him the space he needed to get to the rim.
For sure, GA allows him to come in with the sledgehammer.
Yeah, it's the power of the two-man game. After all these years, it's still the most difficult set to defend.
So it's Atlanta now, after Toronto picking up the basket just moments ago. Shot clock at 5. Atlanta needs to get off a shot here. The shot's good from Alexander Walker.
Well, it's easy to see why this team trusts Young to facilitate this offense. His decision-making is tremendous.
Some nice ball movement here by the Raptors. Ingram kicks to Barrett. Raptors need to get a shot up. Barnes can't get it to go.
You're not going to see that very often. Plenty of space, but he just, let's face it, he whiffs on that one.
Pass to Young. And here's Porzingis. Defended by Pirtle. Porzingis can't hit.
Well, they did a great job putting a body on him, and they didn't allow him to convert.
And Tim, an old school big man, Jakob Pirtle, still more than valuable in today's game.
Well, there certainly remains a place in this league for centers who defend the rim, rebound, and set screens. He might not be flashy, but he's a winning player.
Quickly, no good on the free throw. And guys, hold on now. I'm getting word we have Shams Charania calling in. Shams, what do you have for us?
Well, the Atlanta Hawks this summer, adding free agents Nickeil Alexander-Walker and Luke Kennard, this team is now possessing a stacked wing rotation. And with this infusion of playmaking and shooting, guys, they could be pretty tough to deal with now.
Wow, a team to be reckoned with. All right, Shams, we thank you for the report. And so it's Young who brings it up for the Hawks. And now let's send it over to our courtside reporter, Allie LaForce.
I caught up with Quinn Snyder. We chatted about Scotty Barnes. In terms of the game plan, Coach told me they plan to give Scotty extra attention, saying, quote, "We'll try to make things hard on him. It's key we don't allow him to get into an early groove." We'll see if they can execute. Kevin?
We appreciate it, Allie. Thank you. Here's Barrett following the basket by Trae Young. Top of the key. It's rebounded by Porzingis.
That's 20% now from the field. What a cold start.
Here's Young. Yep, that one goes. Young's got 6 points.
When you watch Young, there's a courage to his game.
Raptors trail by 7. They could use a big shot here to get this offense going.
Too many empty possessions. Right now, they need a basket.
Ingram deciding where to go with it. There's the steal. On the wing, Daniels. The baseline jumper goes down.
This is as good as it gets for a first quarter in terms of shooting the basketball.
The Raptors have gone just 1 for 5 from the field to start the quarter. And timeout called by Darko Rajakovic. Coach is going to take a few minutes to regroup and go over the strategy.
Taking a look here at some numbers for Trae Young. He's coming off an excellent season. First in assists, and he ranked in the top 15 in points per game, one of the league's premier offensive threats.
And dropping a lot of dimes. He led the league in assists because he's the ultimate competitor, an absolute magician with the basketball. Barrett against Daniels. Pass to Ingram. Four on the clock. They need this. Rebound, Atlanta. This, of course, their first chance to take a look at this year's Toronto squad.
Yeah, and they took care of business against this group last year, winning the season series.
Now here's Porzingis. No scoring in this one. Young outside. Stolen by Quickly. Outside, Barrett. Barnes outside. Pirtle, the pass to Barrett. Back to Pirtle. Clock at 6. Now here's Ingram. Tight defense on him. And the Raptors miss again. The Hawks leading by 9. Outside, Porzingis. Alexander Walker passes to Porzingis. And he can't extend the lead to double digits.
Well, the defense was solid right there, but that's just a missed opportunity at the rim.
And this kid has hops. Barnes gets airborne there and slams it down.
For Atlanta, they've gone 5 of 7 today so far. Nice shooting to get this game underway. Quickly against Young. A fader. Porzingis can't hit.
The shot's there for him, and he's got to take it. I don't care if he doesn't convert. That's a shot he has to continue to take.
Now, here's Barrett. Barnes outside. 5 to shoot. Tipped away. Out of bounds, Atlanta takes possession. This break in the game gives us a chance to look at the teams with the most points off turnovers last season. Number 5, the Hawks.
And this team, in terms of scoring off of turnovers, that became the identity. I mean, they really look to disrupt and cause problems defensively. And, boy, do they take advantage on the other end.
Now Daniels following the three-point attempt by Scotty Barnes. Alexander Walker passes to Johnson. It's good.
Well, the defense is going to try to shut down certain things, but it's impossible to deny everything. That's a skilled play right there.
Quickly kicks to Barnes. And Pirtle has it in the corner. Pirtle sets the pick for Ingram. Shoots over Alexander Walker. Not going to fall. Starting off slow, he misses his first three from the floor. Here's Johnson, and that one is good. And now it's an 11-point Hawks lead.
And you can't help but pick their defense apart. They're completely in disarray.
And Barrett has got the ball here for the Raptors. Guys are looking for a spark here.
Yeah, a cold stretch offensively for sure.
Here's Ingram. Back to Barrett. That shot missing. Excellent defense from Daniels. Down low. Here's Porzingis. And the dunk by Porzingis.
And they have owned the paint so far, and the score reflects it.
Well, these days, interior offense takes great determination and discipline.
Raptors trail by 13. And the dunk by Pirtle.
And how about the agility coming from the big man? I mean, that's not something we often see from him.
You know, it's never going to be, Greg, a 360 dunk when he goes up with it, but it will be 2 points. We do know that.
Well, it's exactly what you want. When he's at the rim with his size, he should be attacking.
And the Hawks with a completely new group on the floor. And then for Toronto, Walter comes in for Scotty Barnes. And Grady Dick subbed in for Quickly. Here's Atlanta. They're on a 17-6 run. Pass to Rizachet. And here's Kennard. The Hawks working the ball around. Gay misses. Raptors trail by 11. Right side Barrett. Here's Ingram. Scoreless thus far. Walter can't get it to go.
They've been beating them to a lot of those loose balls and rebounds here to start.
Kennard with a screen on Dick. Kennard on the wing. Takes the three. Walter pulls it in.
Not quite enough defense that time around. Just lucky he was off.
Hit his foot. And they're saying he kicked the ball. Ingram left side.
In building this lead, they've done a terrific job finishing their defensive sequences with the backboard. That has been key.
Here's Barrett. And the Raptors miss again. The Hawks leading by 11. Throws it up high. It's stolen by Barrett. Dick wide open. No good on the triple. The Hawks have gotten 8 of their 13 shots to find the bottom of the bucket. After Rizachet, here's Bufkin. Shot clock at 6. Some solid defense from Pirtle. Barrett wide open. He fires. His three-pointers off the mark.
Now, he is fighting through it right now, still looking to get his first make of the quarter, but it's been an ugly start.
And they're beginning to just flat out fall apart defensively right now, especially on the interior.
There's a minute 47 left to play in the first quarter. Pass to Walter. To the middle. Here's Pirtle. And the dunk by Pirtle.
And that's a little lack of fight at the defensive end.
Absolutely. At least on that slam, you're right. That's one way to let a team back in the game.
It looked like a let-up from the team in the lead.
Here's Rizachet after the Raptors pick up 2. Here's Okongwu. Defended by Pirtle. Here's Barrett into the lane. Had a chance there to cut it to single digits, but it's off target.
A team's rebounding is a great measure of its energy, and theirs has been terrific here in the first quarter. defensively, they've been a step slow here to start.
And timeout called by Darko Rojakovic. Coach needs a moment to talk things over. Both teams will make substitutions. Raptors trail by 13. Let's go to the sideline and see what Allie LaForce has dug up for us. Allie, take it away.
Thanks a lot. The Hawks star Trae Young and Coach Quinn Snyder are both very close. Young said that's the type of relationship we have. It's not forced, it's just genuine. We both want to see each other succeed, and we know we need each other and everybody else around us. Kevin?
A good partnership. Thanks so much for the report, Allie. The Hawks leading by 11. 40 seconds left to play here in the first. Screen by Porzingis. For three. Rebound by the Raptors.
Yeah, he has had a hard time finding rhythm this quarter. Just cannot get one to go.
Pass to Walter. Here's Shed. Good on the shot, and that shaves the lead to single digits.
That's their third straight make off an assist.
Now Kennard. Here's Porzingis, and the dunk by Porzingis.
Almost an impossible shot to block in the post. The defender can't give up that much of a height advantage and expect to contest it.
And so it's Atlanta. Their lead at 11 points to end the quarter. They have made it very tough to get a shot off against them. Their defense has been stifling. We'll get you back to the action after this break. And if you're just tuning in, we've got a wide margin on the scoreboard, but plenty of time left for a comeback. And some stats here, guys, the scoring breakdown for the Hawks.
Right away, they showed us they weren't going to shy away from the mid-range game, and it's proving to be an effective tool for them.
And another thing they've done consistently well is attack the paint. They have stayed aggressive under the hoop and gotten high percentage looks.
So for Toronto right now, we've got Walter, and it's Dick in at the shooting guard position.
Yeah, the chemistry has been terrific. Really impressed with their offensive execution.
Here's Kennard. Still yet to score. And last season, Vince Carter became the first player ever to have his jersey retired, Tim, by the Raptors.
So well deserved. And look, prime Vince Carter is exactly the kind of player Toronto is still looking for. A three-level elite scorer.
Raptors trail by 9. From past the arc. That one's a miss. His third shot of the game. He's made one of them. Here's Houston. Rizachet with it. Yes, that goes in. Rizachet's got 6.
Well, Rizachet has decent size, and he uses it well that time to put points on the board.
Pass to Dick. Here's Walter, guarded by Rizachet. Here's Shed. Clock is at 3. Lets it go with a 3. Okongwu grabs the board. Atlanta leading by 11. Second quarter, we're a little over a minute and a half in. The jump hook, he can't hit that time. Toronto, they've gone 1 of 3 to start out the second quarter. Mobo. It's good. It's his second basket. He's shooting 2 for 4.
And the crisp passing has opened things up for them offensively.
The Hawks shooting has been beyond great up until now. How about 57% from the field overall? Outside, Porzingis. Back to Rizashea. No good on the 3. Raptors trail by 9. Guys, they're looking for a way to score here.
Yeah, they've had a tough time taking the lid off.
Pass to Mobo. Here's Shed. Here's Walter. Offensive rebound.
Another rebound hauled in. They're hitting the glass with a lot of passion.
Now, here's Kennard. He's covered closely. And it's Mamukelashvili with the rebound. Toronto's gone 0 of 3 from beyond the arc to start the second quarter. Pass to Shed. This one for 3. Drops in the tray.
That's a high percentage look when the D doesn't fight over the screen.
Yeah, and that's the effectiveness of the two-man game right there.
And Quinn Snyder wants a timeout. Coach is going to talk some things over with the team. Might be seeing something to adjust. And the Hawks making a change here. Young's checked in. And now it's a look at the 2K leaderboard with the list of the NBA's best fast break teams from a season ago. In fourth, the Raptors.
I mean, this is such a tough team to deal with. You see the numbers. They would just push the ball at every opportunity.
And in the second quarter, a little under 3.5 minutes played already. And foul on the shot. He'll shoot 2 at the free throw line. You know, the pregame routine is something I know you embraced, and we see that with guys like Curry and Durant. We've heard a lot about what they do. What was the most important part of your pregame regimen, Tim?
Well, you know, Kevin, for me, I was really going to be judged based on catch and shoot percentages. Can I get off threes and can I make threes? So for me, it was all about high volume three-point shooting before the game, getting comfortable from every spot on the floor where I may get a shot.
And same routine every game?
Every game, same thing. And I made sure, of course, I finished on that make.
Wow. No good on the second free throw. In GA, the Hawks going young, trying to build a sustainable model for success.
Yeah, most of the starters not yet scratching their prime, so there's going to be some growing pains, but they're showing plenty of promise.
Barnes can't get it to go.
And they're controlling the boards, Kevin. That's +5 in that category.
Well, he's a very good mid-range shooter, but the defense was all over him there, making that a very difficult shot.
And giving up some inches inside, but makes up for it with an aggressive style.
Yeah, he took that up with great confidence. Tremendous finish.
Now, here is Young. He's got 6. Kennard, the pass to Porzingis. It's Young on the wing, quickly covering. Shots good from Young.
Yeah, that's just supreme confidence there from Young on that mid-range.
Pass to Dick. Fires from deep. Sinks the triple. Dick's got 5 points now in the quarter.
Yeah, everybody will remember the bucket, but how about that pass to set it up?
And so it's Young who brings it up for Atlanta. 13 points was their biggest lead in the game. And Kennard wide open. He shoots. Drains it from beyond the arc. And the Hawks lead by 7.
Nice answer back there. Love to see the competitiveness.
And when you give up a 3, there's always this instinct to try and get it back immediately.
That one drops for him. Mamukelashvili has got his second bucket of the night.
And they've repeatedly probed inside in the first half, guys, and it's paid off.
Atlanta leading by 5. Young looking around. Banked in off the glass. Young's got 10.
He has been in a great flow tonight, converting at a high rate.
Toronto's gotten cold from deep in the second quarter, just 2 of 6 from long range. Here's Mamukelashvili to the paint and stolen by Okongwu. Kennard on the wing. Over quickly. Kennard's shot is off. Raptors trail by 7. Here's Barnes. That one's good. Just his third make brings him to 3 for 8 in this game.
Well, Barnes plays with a real edge. It allows him to get in there and mix it up with the big boys.
And here's Young. 10 points for him. Screen by Porzingis. Young passes to Porzingis. And the dunk by Porzingis.
Very difficult to stop team play when the ball's moving. Excellent find with the pass to create that scoring opportunity.
Quickly against Young. Pass to Ingram. Over Rizachet. That's good, and the Atlanta lead is cut down to 5 on the bucket from Ingram.
And this is Ingram's bread and butter, a terrific mid-range shooter who looks to score from there often.
Quickly against Young. Shooting foul as the whistle blows. He'll shoot 2 free throws. It seems to be an overlooked part of Trae Young's game, but GA, he's led the NBA in total assists a few times.
No doubt. You initially think about Trae shooting, scoring, but he also runs the offense really well and wants to facilitate.
And he can't get the first one. And Tim, of the teams that were not in the playoffs or even in the play-in last season, you can make a case the Raptors among many teams that have a lot of potential to get there this year.
Yeah, I agree, and you could also put the Spurs in that conversation too. But if you're just looking at the East, the Raptors could easily climb back into relevance as their young talent develops.
And he sinks the second. Tim, it feels like the bigger the stakes, the better we're going to see Trae Young play.
Well, Kevin, he's had his moments in the playoffs, and he embraces the spotlight, home or away. He won't shy from being the villain. That's the kind of chip he plays with.
And timeout called by Darko Rajakovic. He's going to take this chance to talk to his guys. Raptors trail by 6. Pass to Pirtle. Knocked loose. Young with the steal. Here's Alexander Walker. Hawks passing it around. Outside, Porzingis. Shot clock at 5. Young from outside. Barnes grabs the miss. Toronto, they've gone 8 of 12 since the start of the second quarter. That's a really high percentage, hitting around 67%. Now Ingram. Puts up a 3. That shot misses.
Oh, you have a feeling this would be a completely different game if it wasn't for his brutal shooting performance.
Raptors trail by 6. And the call will be against Emmanuel Quickly. That'll be his second foul of the game.
Yeah, way to get there first and be willing to absorb the contact.
Okongwu's checked in for Porzingis. Atlanta leading by 6. Young with the ball. He's got 11. And that'll be 2 free throws coming up. Officials on the call with the foul. Greg, you think about the value of those sage veterans on a team, guys that have been around the block, played a lot of years. Why are they so important?
Well, a lot of times they'll echo the message of the head coach. And I tell you what, it's also, as a coach, you love having those veteran players because you can trust what they're going to do on the floor. That consistency is really important, not just for the coaches, but the teammates.
And that's a good sign. He's getting himself to the line. I really like that here in the second quarter.
The Raptors making a switch here. Dick's checked in. And so Young nails them both. Even after pivoting towards their youth, GA the Hawks last season had an improved record.
Yeah, they traded away a bunch of rotation veterans, but the young fellas showed they were ready to step in, and this group didn't miss a beat.
Ingram passes to Purtle. Over in the corner, Barnes. A three-pointer is right on target. Barnes has got 9.
Short corner, but not an easy corner. Barnes knocking that one down.
The Hawks leading by 5. Johnson with a screen on Barrett. And there's Johnson. That's good on the assist from Young. Young's got his 4th assist with that last one here tonight. Raptors shooting 41% for the game. Pass to Dick. Outside, Barrett. Barnes sets a screen for Barrett. Again, Toronto.
A tough start scoring the basketball, but they're starting to turn it around now.
And so it's Young who brings it up for Atlanta. 13 points was their biggest lead in the game. Kicks it out to Johnson. Pass to Alexander Walker. Over Barnes. And Barnes sends it back.
And Barnes is showing you he is more than a capable defender.
The Raptors have gone 0 for 1 at the line. This is their second trip to the line tonight. Free throw drops for Dick. And a player, Tim, who stuffs the stat sheet, Scotty Barnes.
Yeah, Kevin, he just has a great all-around game. But the thing I like the most, he's very unselfish. He will pass up a shot if a teammate has a better one.
Purtle, the pass to Dick. And the bucket is good. 3-point play chance here for him.
And after not scoring in the first, he's finally starting to get into a groove.
Toronto shooting their 3rd free throw shot of the game.
And a season ago, they hit about 75% of their free throws.
Free throw drops for Dick. GA now in year 3 under Darko Rajakovic. The Raptors are staying the course.
And his contract runs through next season, and he's all in on developing these young players and getting the best out of them.
Here's Young. That one is good again. He's 6 for 8 from the floor with the basket.
Shots are just flowing for him right now, having a really strong quarter.
.158 left now here in the second. Pass to Dick. In the corner, it's Ingram. Outside, Barrett. And it's all evened up. Barrett's got 5 now.
Well, that ball was in and out of the hands of R.J. Barrett so quickly. He did not give the defense any time to react.
And here's Daniels. Now, here's Okongwu. Here's Alexander Walker. Purtle with the steal. Here's Dick. And again, Toronto with the triple. And guys, let's get your take on the hustle stats for Toronto.
I mean, they've come out aggressive defensively, getting into them and coming up with some cookies along the way.
Well, don't forget about their scoring in the open floor. They've been getting a lot of production on their break.
And the shot is good. The Raptor lead has been cut down to just one on the bucket from Daniels.
Pretty much all of their buckets coming from inside the paint now.
.56 seconds left to play in the first half. Pass to Pirtle. Out to Barrett. Back to Pirtle. Toronto working the ball around now. Down to 5 on the shot clock. For 3, Ingram. And again, it's Toronto with a 3.
Man, the triples keep falling, guys. That's 3 in a row.
Atlanta's gone 1 of 4 from three-point range in the second. Not a whole lot dropping out there for them. Daniels passes to Alexander Walker. Johnson outside. Outside Daniels. And it's in there. 6 points for him. Here's Ingram. He has 5. Over in the corner, Barnes lets it go from deep. Grady Dick, he's feeling it tonight and has been the driving force for Toronto. What a quarter that saw them generate a great comeback effort and are now out in front with momentum behind them. And Allie LaForce has got something now for us from the floor. Allie, take it away.
Coach Quinn Snyder with us now, and Coach, a bit of a lull for this team scoring the ball. Why?
And it had nothing to do with anything other than us being aggressive. We're like walking the ball up the court. Whoever's got it, we've got to attack.
At least effort is something you can control. Thank you, Coach.
Hey, Allie, thank you so much for that interview. Don't go anywhere, folks. We'll be back with you for the second half of the game right after this.
Welcome to halftime, everybody. Before we go any further, a look ahead to the games yet to be played tonight. Over at Spectrum Center, the Hornets will face off against the Nets. Tip-off will be 7 o'clock Eastern.
Maybe we'll be surprised with a huge upset, or not.
And let's discuss the first half. So far, Atlanta's in a close one.
You know what? They push the action, but also play within themselves. Show great execution.
And you know, that usually leads to a high field goal percentage, and that's exactly what's happened here. And that's all for us. Now it's time to send it back to Kevin Harlan for the beginning of the third quarter.
And after a fairly even first couple of quarters, the second half could turn out to be a great one as both teams try to gain an edge. It's been one outstanding game from Trae Young.
You know, I don't think he'll top the assist charts this year, but early on he's done a great job of keeping the ball hopping around.
Well, this is a nice adjustment, running the offense through him tonight. That's a nice little switch up.
And so quickly, we'll bring it up for the Toronto Raptors. A 2-point game. The backcourt guards are Young and Daniels. The post pairing, Johnson along with Porzingis. And it's Alexander Walker in at the 3. So that's the lineup for Atlanta. Pirtle's shot is off. And the Hawks with possession here. That'll be just one game played away from home for them. Quickly the pass to Pirtle. Rebounded by the Hawks. Outside, Porzingis, and stolen by Barnes. Quickly with a wide open look. And the Raptors miss again.
They have yet to hit a shot. A real slow start here in the second half.
Basket is good. The assist from Barnes. Quickly's got the lead up to 4 now for the Raptors. Second half just getting started. About a minute played. Young against Quickly. Young drives in. From deep, Johnson. It's hauled in by the Raptors. Pirtle's got rebound number 5 here tonight. Ingram wide open. Drains the three-pointer. And it's a 7-point Raptor lead.
And they're getting their points now almost exclusively from the triple. 4 of their last 5 makes are from beyond the arc.
So far, we've seen them be a bit careless with the ball.
Simply put, out of control is how they've played thus far. They're going to have to reel it in and show some more discipline.
Gets it to go from beyond the arc.
Both teams running perimeter-oriented plays that are working.
Yeah, just going back and forth. It is really competitive out there.
Over in the corner, Barnes trying to answer back, but that 3 is off the mark. That has gone 1 of 2 from beyond the arc since coming out of the break. Right now, let's take a second to catch up with Allie LaForce on the sidelines.
Hey guys, Trae Young is learning to become more of a threat when he's off the ball. He said at every level there's a different type of game. Now, knowing the NBA game, I'm more patient, understanding how the game is, how to control it from the beginning to the end, and how you need to win. Back to you.
Okay, Allie, we thank you for the report. Toronto leading by 4. Screen by Pirtle. For 3, Ingram. Count that one. And it's 6 points for Jakob Pirtle.
They are just killing them on the interior.
And Quinn Snyder wants a timeout. Looking for a breather and maybe adjusting a thing or two.
And taking a look now at the stats for Johnson. Coming off a terrific season. He was around 19 points a game, 10 rebounds, and 5 assists. And he's also a bit of a stopper defensively. They put him in, and their defense really tightens up.
And that's such a valuable tool for this team. His defense can really shift the momentum.
Young against Quickly. Young passes to Porzingis. Kicks it out to Johnson. Fades back. Nice spin off the left rim and in. Porzingis has got 8.
A sensational shooter. Porzingis really is a unicorn.
Ingram outside. Barnes outside. Out to Ingram. 6 to shoot. Shoots over Alexander Walker. Ingram with the nice move. 10 points for him.
Gotta love the control Ingram has with the basketball.
Quickly against Young. Barnes grabs the miss. Barnes has got his 4th rebound in this one. Ingram passes to Quickly. And he gets it to go, hitting off the back of the rim. And now an 8-point Raptor lead.
Assists like that have typified their effort today. Terrific ball movement.
Hawks have gone 2 of 5 shooting here in the 3rd quarter. Porzingis with a screen on Quickly. Young with the ball. Picked up by Barrett. Porzingis against Pirtle. And the dunk by Porzingis.
Really unacceptable letting Porzingis get that kind of positioning. Once he's established, it's over.
Raptors leading by 6. Pass to Pirtle. Out to Ingram. Sinks that one from the post. Ingram's got the lead up to 8 now for the Raptors.
And we've seen this type of effortless dominance from Ingram before, growing accustomed to carrying the load.
Johnson finds Young. Back to Johnson. Hawks passing it around. Daniels from outside. That one falls coming off Johnson's feet. And that's now 9 points for Dyson Daniel. And Tim, breaking down Jalen Johnson's game, what jumps out to you?
Well, Kevin, I think it's his versatility. He can really do everything out there. And when you combine it with his size and athleticism, he's got star written all over him.
Fades away. Hurdle's shot is off.
He had the right idea going to the fadeaway, but the defender stayed right on it.
And the shot goes down. And now just a 3-point Raptor lead.
And because he can score from all over the floor, Porzingis can find space inside. That's not the case for most 7-footers.
Here's Quickly. 6 points for him. Outside, Barrett. Johnson with the rebound. Johnson's got 5 rebounds tonight.
The game has been very close in a lot of areas, but rebounding has been the one differentiator thus far.
Here's Alexander Walker. Another 3 for Atlanta.
Oh, great ball movement there.
And timeout called by Darko Rajakovic. He's going to take a minute here to get things straightened out. Now at the break on the floor, you can see the teams that led the NBA in steals last year. The Hawks second.
You could tell by watching them how much they enjoy playing defense. They seem to have an endless reserve of energy flying around and pressuring the basketball.
And so Quickly will bring it up for the Toronto Raptors. Pass to Ingram. Inside, here's Pirtle. Porzingis with the block.
And there was a time when Porzingis was good for several rejections at the rim like that per game. Most would-be scorers have learned that about him.
Here's Young. Johnson. And then Johnson with the dunk.
That's going to be a big morale booster.
And you know what? It could come down to those second-chance buckets when it's all said and done today.
Well, in a game this close, that is a huge play.
The kick out to Barnes. Gets the three-pointer to fall. Barnes has got 12 in the game.
And you do have to take Barnes seriously enough from the arc. He trusts his shot from there more and more.
Quickly against Young. Out to Porzingis. Toronto grabs the miss. Barnes has got his 5th rebound right now in the game. Young finds Porzingis over Barnes. Porzingis can't hit.
He's going to be shaking his head on that one. Knows he missed an easy one.
Well, that happens sometime. Nothing is guaranteed in this league.
Young from outside. That's good, and Johnson with the assist. Johnson's got 3 assists in the game.
Well, they're getting a lot of their points outside the paint. 3 of their last 5 baskets are from three-point range.
Now here's Ingram, defended by Alexander Walker. And here is Ingram. He's got 12. Pass to Barnes from deep. And it's Daniels with the rebound. Atlanta has gone past the three-point line for 13 of their shots. 6 of 13.
Very difficult to predict where Trae Young is going when he puts it on the floor. With that ability to change direction and change pace.
Raptors trail by 4. Ingram outside. Ingram drawing the double team. And it's quickly in the corner. Back to Pirtle. Porzingis with the rebound.
And there hasn't been anything easy for him in this period.
And with each miss, you can feel him pressing just a little bit more.
Bottom line, you need shooters on your team who can space the floor.
Yeah, that's how you create that spacing, and that will open up a lot of options offensively.
Ingram outside. And they get it. And that's 2 points on the layup. Ingram's got 9 points now in the quarter.
And you can see where he's made the adjustments. This half has been much better.
And Quinn Snyder wants a timeout. He's ready to talk things through with them. And it's the Hawks ball. They're on a 20-7 run. And a shift in the front office for the Atlanta Hawks this past summer. Tim, what do you think might have led to that pivot?
Well, Atlanta has missed the playoffs for 2 straight seasons, but their young pool of talent is demonstrating they've gotten some of these right.
Stripped it away. Here's Mobo. Rips down the breakaway slam.
Just great anticipation and awareness to come up with the steal and then trigger the fast break.
The Hawks leading by 3. Here's Kennard. Pass to Rizichet. To the paint. Here's Houston. And there it is for him.
And you can tell Rizichet has a great basketball IQ. He spots the opening and delivers the pass on time.
And a moment to look at the scoring approach in terms of where the points are coming from for the Hawks.
They bullied the defense here in the paint. Look at all of those buckets inside. Just hard to defend in the paint.
Well, they have really taken advantage of the mid-range area of the floor. It's been open for them all night.
So, Tim, let me put you in a different hat here. If you're running an NBA franchise, would you rather build around a guard, wing, or a big man in today's NBA?
I think I'd go with the wing with size, a guy that can create his own offense and for which there is no great defensive matchup. Those guys, to me, are the ones that can help lead you to the promised land.
Well, that sounds like a good blueprint.
And hard work on the glass, once again, guys. And they put a lot of effort and focus on the backdoor.
Pass to Gay. Hawks passing it around. Houston's shot is off. Raptors trail by 6. In the corner, Barrett with it. From outside, off the mark.
And at this point, the defense is daring him to shoot.
To the left side wing. Back to Rizichet. It's stolen by Barrett. Jumps up. And Barrett slams it in.
I love when R.J. Barrett gets out in the open floor and runs. He can really use that athleticism.
The Hawks leading by 4. Now Rizichet. 6 points for him. Count the basket. Rizichet's got 8 points.
They didn't have much of a problem getting the ball into the post that time.
And Barrett has got the ball here for the Toronto Raptors. Pass to Mamu Kalashvili. 52 seconds left to play in the third. Down low, 5 on the clock, and stolen by Okongwu. To the middle, here's Gay. Nice pass, led into the rack perfectly for the layup. And it's an 8-point Hawks lead. And so here's Toronto. And the call will be against Luke Kennard. That'll be his second foul of the game. .35 seconds left in the third quarter. And he drops in the layup off the glass. 6 points for him.
Yeah, I love that. He comes off the pick and takes it right to the hole.
Kennard, the pass to Okongwu. 20 seconds left in the third. Good, nice job down low. Reza Shea's got 4 this quarter.
Now that's actually good defense, but he is just a beast in there.
Ingram outside. From outside the arc. And no good. And we've watched 3 so far in this one. Hawks on top. They're up by 8. We'll be back shortly live from State Farm Arena. While we have the chance now, folks, let's go to our State Farm assist of the game.
Just true artistry right there. I mean, great decision on where to go with the ball, and how about the perfect delivery?
Well, the vision, the placement of the pass, and then the timing. You just can't do it any better.
And with 3 quarters behind us, let's see what this 4th period holds in store for us. So for Toronto right now, they've got Grady Dick. Walter out there with Brandon Ingram. And it's Mamu Kelishvili in at the 5, roaming the paint. Here's Shed. Offline with his 3. The Hawks leading by 8. Pass to Kennard. Here's Houston. To the wing right side. Here's Reza Shea. That's the 6th make from the field. He's taken 9 shots and missed but 3.
And Matador defense, that's one of the easiest shots he is ever going to see.
And they are just breaking the will of their opponent.
The Raptors shooting here about 46% for the game. It's Ingram on the wing. Covered by Okongwu. Houston with the rebound. Kennard for 3. And it's Toronto with the rebound. Mamu Kelishvili has got 6 rebounds here tonight.
It's been a quiet game for him to this point on the offensive end, but the team has still played well enough to hold the lead.
There's the pick. Plays it up and banks it in.
Well, he's had it rolling all night. He just hasn't had enough support to give them the lead.
For Atlanta, they've gone 1 of 3 from the field to start the 4th quarter. Here's Reza Shea. No good. This miss, number 4 in 10 shots. Ingram with it. Now guarded by Porzingis. Dick in the corner. That's good, and it's Ingram with the assist. Ingram's got 6 assists in the game.
And that is why this team has Grady Dick, a floor spacer coming into the league with an elite 3-point shot.
Now, here's Kennard. He's guarded closely. And another field goal in his total. Make it 7 for 14, shooting 50%.
That's the 10th straight point they've given up in the paint.
It's Dick on the wing. Off the mark there with the 3-point shot.
And they have built their advantage on the scoreboard here by doing all the little things.
They swipe it. Here's Shed. Converts on the jumper for the easy 2.
Good job getting the ball and completing that play.
No, coaches love that hustle. Not only getting the extra possession, but then converting it.
The Hawks leading by 5. 3rd minute of action now gone here in the 4th. Pass to Houston. Here's Walter for the 3. buries it from three-point range. Walters got himself going with the triple, his first basket of the game. And what's your take, guys, in the hustle stats for the Raptors?
All game long, they've had active hands and really out in the passing lanes. And that aggression on defense has resulted in a ton of steals.
I really like their effort in transition tonight, constantly pushing the pace and then turning that into points.
And the shot goes in from Kristaps Porzingis. Raptors trail by 4. Ingram outside. To the inside. Out to the wing. Here's Shed. And there are the Raptors with another bucket.
Well, they're getting stops, and they're attacking on the offensive end.
And their all-around play has been the key to chipping away at this deficit.
Atlanta's gone 7 of 15 from three-point range tonight. They're not afraid of that shot. It's to Porzingis. "11 feet away. Takes a big high bounce and goes in. Porzingis has got 6 points in the quarter.
He's found his rhythm here in the second half. Let's see if they keep calling his number.
Now, Dick. Solid play on the low block, and that one's good.
Not just a jump shooter. Dick can operate inside that restricted area.
Hawks have gone 4 of 7 from the field since the beginning of the fourth. Pass to Houston. Back to Kennard. Now here's Porzingis. Again, the Hawks good for 2.
And he's coming up big here in the clutch.
Here's Ingram. Dick in the corner. Pass to Walter. Ingram against Okongwu. 4 on the shot clock. Right at the free throw line. It's good. And the Hawks lead has got down to 2 as they get the bucket from Ingram.
And great intensity here down the stretch. He's not one to shrink in the moment.
And that is great leadership. He certainly has that clutch gene that every team needs.
And Porzingis again. Porzingis has got 16 points here in the second half.
And another bucket for him. What a quarter he has had.
Ingram outside. Over Okongwu. And it's Ingram missing. The Hawks leading by 4. From 17 feet out. Again, the Hawks score.
They're loving the confidence. Just rise and be free. And you know you can do this.
Well, his great advantage is that he can shoot over the top of almost any defender.
Raptors have gone 7 of 11 from the floor in the final quarter so far. Been some solid looks for them. And that one's good. Ingram.
Creating spacing. That's his 3rd three-pointer of the night and his 2nd this half.
Now, here's Kennard. Defense is right there. Outside, Porzingis. Six on the shot clock. Okongwu, the pass to Porzingis. Kennard. The shot from the low post is good.
That's a defensive breakdown. You can't let him get that deep.
Well, that is just point-blank range. They're going to convert that almost every time.
And Toronto has possession. Here's Shed. Ingram outside. Over Okongwu. And that one comes up a bit short. Atlanta leading by 5. Pass to Rizichet. And it's Mamukelashvili with the rebound. For Toronto, they've gone 8 of 13 from the field since the start of the fourth, sinking the majority of their shots. Atlanta has gone 7 of 15 from three-point range tonight. They're not afraid of that shot. That one goes. Count it.
Yeah, he's found some room there along the baseline, some space at the rim, goes right up and puts it in without resistance.
Here's Ingram. To the middle. Dick in the corner. And again, Toronto no up.
I'm surprised he missed that one. He is a dangerous guy to leave open.
Mr. Porzingis. Porzingis is double. Over to the wing. And it's Shea missing.
Nothing going his way this quarter offensively. Time to recalibrate.
Back to Ingram. There's the three. Rebounded by the Hawks. Here's Houston. Pass to Okongwu. Here's Shea. Kennard on the wing. Just 5 to shoot. A three-pointer, no good.
Well, he was able to sink a triple back in the first half, but he has yet to connect here after the break.
It misses. The Hawks leading by 7. Now Porzingis. Here's Houston. Shea with it. Here's the teardrop. That one goes in. Raptors trail by 9. And Darko Rajakovic calls timeout. Wants to make sure everybody's coordinated and intent. Right now, let's take a moment here to catch up with Allie LaForce on the sidelines.
I was able to listen in on what Darko Rajakovic was going over with his team. He told his guys to, quote, turn it up, going on to say, only way we get out of this hole is with effort, incredible effort. So show me what you can do out there. It's a big ask, but we'll see what happens. Back to you.
And as always, Allie, great job. Thank you. Ingram fires. Ooh, what a move. What a move.
That's a great pass by Barnes. This guy's versatility really shows on a play like that.
The Hawks leading by 7. Now, here is Young. Drives to the hoop. Quickly pulls it down. Toronto shooting it well here in the fourth quarter. 50%. And he does not hit.
You know, the ill-advised threes isn't how you want to close the gap. You've got to have better shot selection.
Quickly against Young. Now, Alexander Walker. The shot is off.
And he didn't punish them for the weak coverage there, but they can't count on him to continue missing.
Cool and calm. Brandon Ingram. Wow.
And so it's Young who brings it up for the Atlanta Hawks. 4-point game. .1:15 left in the fourth quarter. Clock at 6. Porzingis. Hill rips down the rebound. Raptors trail by 4. Here's Ingram. Now Pirtle. Here it. And the three misses.
Yeah, but the defense was determined not to give him an inch of free space.
And that's an intentional foul. .40 seconds left in the fourth quarter of this one. Johnson outside. Here's the three.
Give them credit. They've worked hard all game, now looking to finish it.
I think the key here is to be careful about playing it too safely. Just keep doing what you're doing.
And the Raptors call time here. We've got 28 seconds left in the fourth quarter. Now here's Ingram, defended by Alexander Walker. That's in there. And he commits the intentional foul. He drops the first one, and that increases their lead to 6. And so both free throws are good, and it's a 7-point game.
And adding these extra points is a huge difference this late in the game.
Barrett missed on the three. Here's Young, and it goes out of bounds. Last touch by Barrett. And so it's Atlanta with the W. Probably a little closer than they would have liked it, but a win nonetheless.
Yeah, but I really got a sense that the fans gave them that emotional boost that was needed down the stretch. This crowd, man, they were electric.
Allie, let's go to you courtside. What do you have for us?
Well, Trey, leadership is such a key part of the point guard position. What's your focus in living up to that?
I'm a big guy and good in team chemistry, so any chance I can, go bowling, hang out with these guys, build chemistry, and I think that's where it starts, is off the court. That translates on.
Bowling, that's something I haven't done in a while. Thanks for the inspiration.
Great job. Thanks for that, Allie. And that about does it for the first game of the new NBA season. Along with Tim Legler, Greg Anthony, and Allie LaForce, this is Kevin Harlan saying thank you once again for being with us here tonight on 2K Sports. But as we go, let's take a look at our player of the game, Kristaps Porzingis.